And Dad, how's it going, Kelly?
Well,
Pretty
barely, I
good.
think. All in all, it's pretty damn good.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, we're all here, which I feel like is a minor miracle. Anytime we try to use technology.
Well,
It's early for Ian.
it is a miracle. Hey, come on. The last time we did this, I got on first. And Kelly was like,
You
I
got on
can't
first
do
this
this.
time.
I click this and can't get through. I did it all on my own. A new system
Yeah,
on my
you did.
computer.
I know. I feel like when
You
we
did.
when we tested this for the first time and you were able to sign on without any sort of tech support, I was like, this is a good system.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
platform has it figured out.
Hi, we have a couple people now
Oh,
popping
people
up.
are
We
there.
have
I'll
Hello,
have to put
Aaron
Erica.
my
Hello, Aaron.
glasses on
Garcia.
for that. Aaron
Hello.
Garcia. He's always there, right in the morning. How you doing? I love it.
All right. Well, it
Yeah.
is early. I guess it's not that early. Ian, it's 10 o'clock.
What?
Jody, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, people are popping up now.
Jody Root.
Hello.
Michelle from Nebraska. Michelle, I don't know if
Hey,
you know,
go
but
Big
you used to
Red.
live in Nebraska.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Ian's former hometown, temporary hometown, was
Yeah.
in Nebraska.
The
Right?
Nebraska
Home state.
Cornhuskers? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stadium was the third biggest city in Nebraska on game days.
I
Everything was
cannot
red. I
imagine
remember
you living in
the first time
Nebraska.
I went, they were playing Cal, blue and yellow. And just by chance, I went wearing a yellow T-shirt and blue jeans, and Mimi had blue jeans on as well. We were the only non-red people in the stadium. I actually felt a little scared. I thought, this is different. But anyway, we
Hopefully
soon
you were.
learned to support them because if they ever lost a game, the whole state went into mourning over the weekend. It was horrible.
Oh,
I mean,
Canada. Manitoba, Canada. Hi, Jody.
Yeah,
So,
I went to a football game once in college with my friend who's from West Virginia, and the West Virginia Mountaineers were playing, I think, against UConn or something. But so he had jerseys for all of us. It was, we were the away team, and we went to, this place. We all had our jerseys, and we were belligerently shouting. I think we had tickets above the other team's student section, and I think it really got out of control when they handed out complimentary, like, kind of like dish towels with like the Yukon logo on it. And we maybe overstepped a line when we ripped one of those in half and threw it down on.
oh
on
Oh
no.
no.
we were escorted out of the stadium early by security, and at the time we were indignant, but in retrospect, thank you very much to those security officers. I think that was a good call.
They saved you. They saved you.
They
Who gives
saved
out
Slap in the face.
who gives out complimentary hand towels?
I think like dish towels or
Dish
yeah, I
towels.
don't
That's
know.
weird. All right. Anyway, well, all right.
The
A little
wave,
weird.
Yeah.
Right, you can flip them around. Annette is in Lincoln right now. Any old haunts she should go visit? I wonder if there's any of your favorite bars
That was
still
like
there.
30 years
Bars?
ago, right, Ian?
There weren't any in Lincoln back then. We had to drive to Kansas
Place
City to
to-
eat in the evening.
Okay.
Oh no, there was a good restaurant in Omaha. Can't remember what it was called. But there were no restaurants. It was weird. I mean, there were restaurants, but you had like the one I liked the best was called the Soul Food Cafe, and you had a choice of chicken, pork, and beef, and it was cooked so hard, and it was jerked and hot. So the good thing about it was hot. There was spice there,
Oh,
but you couldn't tell whether it was chicken or beef. It was reminds me of my mother's cooking. Yeah.
right. I feel like coming from England, it wasn't such a letdown.
New
Right.
Jersey. Oh, Erica's from New Jersey. Oh, Rodney Habib podcast. Oh, great. Okay. Yay. Oh, couldn't get through hearing Ian's words without getting emotional. That's so sweet. What did you say, Ian?
Sometimes I cry myself.
Hey, Kim. Hi, Kim. We miss you. What did you say that made Erica emotional?
I don't know.
on the Rodney podcast. Rodney Habib podcast.
The what podcast?
Rodney Habib.
Oh, Habib. I don't know. I've done so many podcasts, it seems like a blur now. Because I try and concentrate on Jamie's podcasts and things like this. But
thank you, Dad. Thanks for making time in your busy podcast schedule to join us today.
Yes. Greetings from London. Woohoo.
Tennessee. It's hot in Tennessee right now.
Eleanor from Scotland. Hello.
Okay, where's that?
All right. So.
Oh yeah.
And Kim.
It truly is amazing.
I guess you're in.
It really is. What time is it in? It'd be evening, yes, in the UK.
Yeah, 8 hours ahead.
Oh, good. Laughing so hard. That's better.
Okay.
Although Ian you can turn on the sentimentality as well. You can get the sad.
Turn it on, Ian. Turn on some sentimentality. Turn it on now.
I can't.
I did send you. You said I made you cry yesterday.
Oh, don't. Yeah, don't. You will.
Oh, it's guaranteed.
Well, Kelly sent me a picture of Zuzu yesterday out of the blue, so I just opened it, and there was dear lovely Zuzu, and it made me sniffle and cry. Yeah. A good dog, a good beast. Dog. Yeah, a good beast.
You know, with these iPhones, memories pop up all the time, right? And which is nice actually. I mean, it can be you can be blindsided, but it's also like, how often do you go through your picture roll and look at everything? So it's kind of nice that those pop up, although they can leave you a bit blindsided at times. So.
Yeah, you're just like walking into an important meeting, or you're Zooming, and then you open your iPhone to look at the time, and it says memories. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Either reduced to laughter or tears, and it did.
All right,
it should be a setting like do not disturb.
Where the Malamutes roam. Hey, Diana Robinson's there.
From
Diana
from BC. Hey there, Diana. It's been a long time. The lands where the Malamutes roam.
Where is the lands where the Malamutes
BC. Roam? Well, she says right there, Lake
Shuswap.
Well, I don't know where Lake Shuswap is. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's BC.
There we go. Now I do. Although BC is pretty big in of itself. But
it's not far from Vancouver, but because it's the countryside, it's a lake.
Oh.
Snow.
Oh, Brazil.
Cabin living.
All right. Shall we? Begin?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So, as we said,
Jamie, what is your big announcement?
The big announcement is that next Friday we're doing another announcement. No.
That was last time.
Yeah, last time we announced that we were making an announcement. Today we're really making an announcement. We are very excited because at 11 o'clock we will be premiering a new season of a new YouTube series, new video series that we've been working on for the past couple of months. It's the Dunbar Dog Diaries, The Puppy Next Door, which
11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time?
Yes, 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So when this concludes, you'll be able to go and watch the very first episode for free on YouTube. And we have actually already created 24 episodes that are ready to go up. They're going to go up weekly on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch them all there for free over the course of the coming weeks. It's like old school television where it comes out, once a week. I don't know if everyone is familiar, but this is not our first season of the Dunbar Dog Diaries. We, back in, I think, 2018, before all the craziness hit the fan, Kelly was the star, the co-star, I should say, of our last season with Knox, a Belgian Shepherd. Is that right? Belgian Shepherd, a stray, right, that you fostered?
Literally a stray, and I fostered her and found her a lovely home with a friend of mine, yes.
Yeah, so we did the first...
Wait a minute, hold on. Aaron is saying that he got an email about this already?
Well, if you are an affiliate or a Top Dog Academy member, you got a little heads up yesterday because you are part of our privileged inner circle. I'll be getting to that in a moment, but yes, Top Dog Academy members can watch it already. But back to the first season of the Dunbar Dog Diaries with Knox, you fostered a stray dog, right? And so we filmed you working with Knox over the course of, I think, like a dozen episodes. And the focus with this was kind of real-time dog training to, yes, woot woot, inner circle. The focus of it was kind of real-time dog training with less editing so that people could see, how dog training doesn't always work like you want or plan it to, and you've got to adapt and you've got to adjust. And so, you were working with Knox, and sometimes you had an idea of what you wanted to work with, and sometimes you had to kind of reset and, figure out your new priorities. And we heard from a lot of people that they really liked that style of content.
Yes, I would say not less editing, no editing. There were no cuts.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was just one straight,
no cuts.
Usually 15-minute or something training session.
Mm-hmm.
So we got good feedback from that. We heard people liked it. And so we were like, let's try and do that again. Let's try and do another Dunbar Dog Diaries series. And then this time we decided we want to do something a little bit different. We wanted to try and find someone who was going to be very familiar with like Dunbar dog training methods and theory and concepts and know all the ideas, has read our books, watched our videos, seen our content, but maybe doesn't have a ton of hands-on experience. Certainly not a professional dog trainer like you two. And the thing here, is that you two, having worked with dogs for, so long, are so good at so many things without even having to think about them. So you can kind of take for granted the things that you do that are very easy for you, that are maybe not so easy for someone who doesn't have the muscle memory and the decades of experience. So we were like, all right, let's see if we can find someone who's an expert in Dunbar methods, but doesn't have, super decades, years of handling chops. Fortunately,
and doesn't yet have a puppy, right? You need someone who doesn't have a puppy so they can start from the beginning.
Right. Someone who
where do we find a person like that?
Well, man, the search was, it was intense. It was long. It was hard, and it ended right here.
Jody.
Here.
Jody.
Here.
Jody got it.
Oh, Jody. Well, I want to.
And yes,
Jody might have gotten
would be really good for soon-to-be puppy owners. Perfect.
But so, right, obviously, I am very familiar with the Dunbar dog training methods, theory, concepts. And yes, I've worked with, puppies and dogs quite a bit over the years. But yeah, we figured it would be fun to have me in front of the camera working with a puppy. And it worked out really well because my neighbors got a new puppy in the beginning of June. And so we said, I'll work with the puppy. We'll film the sessions, and then we'll review the sessions on Zoom with Ian and or Kelly, and hear their feedback and get their kind of constructive criticism. So we get their decades of experience. And yeah,
this should be good, she said.
I don't know if that was this should be good, skeptical, this should be good, but you wouldn't be the only person.
If you see the first 2 or 3 episodes, you'll know why Kelly and I are cracking up here.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
There was a learning curve. The whole point, though, was that I would be learning, Daisy would be learning, the viewers would be learning. So right, the hope was that
we would be laughing.
Yeah, laughing and learning.
No, it was very funny at times. It was very fun. Way even better than I would have imagined in many ways. I loved doing this. I could have gone on forever. Maybe we need to find another puppy and continue this.
I think so.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, and I think yes. Somebody asked, sorry, I can't read without my glasses on. Would this be good for soon-to-be puppy owners? Absolutely, because it's step by step. Just hey, this is what we recommend, and somebody trying it without any pre-direction. I mean, obviously you, Jamie, you've read the materials, you've watched the materials, you've edited the materials. Some of it's been seared in your brain since childhood. but you hadn't really put it into practice, and it was very much a novice, because you've never had a dog of your own, and even in your other household, as a kid growing up, you had two parental households. You didn't even ever have a real dog. You didn't have a dog in your household that wasn't managed by Ian when you were super little. So you were a novice, and
that's definitely the huge difference.
It was really great to also. Sorry,
I was just saying the puppies in my life have always been like, yours and Ian's, and so like I worked with them and did stuff with them, but I was not in charge. Being in charge.
Yeah, or you were young. I mean, or you were super young. When the Malamutes were with Ian, you were pretty darn young. You wouldn't have been in charge of them, either, right? So same thing. So it was also really interesting to see how things were interpreted by a novice, even a novice of great expertise. On one hand, you're an expert on the material. You really are. Maybe, more than me probably at this point. Maybe even more than Ian. On Ian, you're an Ianophile. I don't know but
I've certainly studied Ian more than Ian has studied Ian.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. So, but still, some of the interpretations were very interesting, and it's good also from a teaching standpoint to see how things are interpreted or or absorbed for the learner. And I loved it.
Yeah,
I think what I found very interesting was when the first few episodes I watched them, I thought, where's Jamie gone? I mean, with the whole filming setup, it's very, very structured, so you're limited, and the camera turned on. And normally Jamie, when you turn the camera on, he's like, he's Mr. Wonderful. But now, because there was a puppy there, it was like a deer in the headlights at times. It started off very stilted, but I think this kind of, I think people like this to learn from. I think trainers forget that the people they're teaching are not them. They don't have their experience and expertise. And I think, do you remember that workshop we put in Hawaii, the Japanese trainers, Kelly?
Oh, yes, I remember.
Oh, yeah. And this was a workshop. It was crazy. We got dogs from the Humane Society, and I said, make sure they're hand fed for a week. Well, they didn't do that. And these dogs were basically feral. And everything we tried in the workshop, it didn't work. The dogs not only wouldn't take food from our hands, they wouldn't sniff it. We let them off leash, they put their noses to the ground and wandered off.
They had very little interest in humans.
Pardon?
Very little interest in humans, and very stressed about our presence. Yeah.
It was the most pathetic workshop that we've ever given. But the reviews are amazing. And, the Japanese dog trainer said it really was helpful to see the way, it was an impossible situation, they realized that, but helpful to see the way you kept working at it, and sort of pulled something out. So I think it's a great format, Jamie, that you have someone with no practical. Oh,
Ian,
what do I do?
Ian,
I'm sorry, I don't know.
How did you not silence your phone?
Oh, good, because
how did you not silence your phone?
Didn't we say when we said okay now?
I was waiting for that call. That's why, but I didn't know it would.
It wouldn't be a live Ian event without a errant phone call.
Yeah.
No.
It's okay. It's why we have phones.
Jesus.
No, to keep in contact.
It's why we have silence buttons too.
Okay. So before we chat too much more, I do want to make the second exciting announcement.
What's that? What's the second exciting announcement?
Well, the second exciting announcement, I'll do that. I'll do that now. Is that while you can watch these episodes for free on YouTube over the coming months, we'll be posting them, as I said, once per week. They are actually all available right now in the Top Dog Academy, which is, I don't know if everyone's aware of it, that is our subscription program on dunbaracademy.com, where you get access to all of our content. And so this is our content. So we put it up onto Dunbar Academy, onto the Top Dog Academy, and that's where some people already heard about this yesterday, because we emailed them to let them know that all 24 episodes are up. And so if you want to watch them all, binge them, binge
watch,
And as a
So they're already
special-
up? Like, is it possible that somebody's already seen some of these?
It's possible that somebody has already seen them. Yeah, Top Dog Academy members. I think we sent the email out about 16 hours ago, so they could have watched all of them if they didn't sleep last night. Did anyone watch?
Somebody wanted to see the puppy. You didn't bring the puppy, did you?
I didn't.
You should be on the live.
My editor just dropped off this trailer, this memory stick. He's been busily trying to edit together a little trailer for us, which Jess. I think I'm going to try and show to us now. But before I do that,
goody.
Okay. Ooh, this could go wrong.
It could go wrong. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay.
What could go wrong?
Why didn't we practice this, Jamie?
We did. Well, we've practiced.
We didn't. Well,
you're the tech guy. I mean, surely you practice that you can show a video.
Yeah, we practiced it. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to show in the stream.
Ooh.
What do you think? Do we want it? It should probably go full screen stream, right?
Yeah, we don't need us.
Yeah, I don't think you need to see us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hide us temporarily. I wonder if people can still hear us.
What happened to Jamie?
Okay, are we back? Sorry, everyone. No sound, but hopefully you were able to see the puppy, right?
You couldn't even hear us, huh?
Oh. I don't think they could hear anything, right?
Oh, we were very funny. We were making funny comments. Oh well, sorry guys.
Well,
anyway. We'll work on our video play technology. But what I wanted to say was, you can see.
You got to see the puppy.
You can see all the episodes in the Top Dog Academy, and if you want, you can join the Top Dog Academy for a free 1-month trial now for free using this link. So if you're not a member of the Top Dog Academy, you can join and you can go and you can see all 24 episodes right now, as well as, of course, the hundreds of hours of dog training videos and seminars and workshops, the ebooks and podcasts, the worksheets that make up the rest of the Top Dog Academy content. But so if you want to, you can wait and you can watch them on YouTube for free, or you can go see them all
at a time
for free. But that's the second exciting announcement. You can watch them all.
You know, we pretty much have always had your first month is free offer, right, Jamie?
It's come and it's gone. Currently, we do not have a standing first month free offer now.
Ah, I see. But now we do. You just announced it.
Well, what we're doing is we're doing it on a special basis. Every once in a while, we'll break it out for something special.
I get it.
We've got something exciting going on like this. So right now, it's exciting because we don't have a standing first month free offer. But as our tech guy,
you said 23 episodes.
24.
Ooh, okay, that went fast.
Which is like
hard.
11 hours worth of content.
Good Lord.
And it had to be done. And it had to be done quickly because a puppy is only a puppy. Like this was real time training, not unlike the Knox Diaries, not only was it relatively unedited, I think you just cut in the middle sometimes to shorten sessions, but it's developmental, right? It's you didn't do a ton of training in between. Maybe you practiced a few of the skills so that we could move forward. But this had to be done. I mean, it's in the last 8 weeks, right? So
yeah. The first week was intensive. We did, I think, like 3 days in that first week, and we didn't do any training in between sessions.
Hold on, someone's confused. Shelly is confused.
Oh no.
Also, you're getting kudos for teaching the dog, the little puppy,
Thank you,
to go
Karina.
down. People see that you're doing a pretty good job, even in the little clip. What's confusing, Shelly? Can we help you?
Yeah.
We don't
So
want this to be
right,
confusing.
This is totally confused.
The episodes will be on YouTube, one at a time, over the course of several months, coming out weekly.
For free.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's fair enough. We'll have to get Ian training soon too.
I don't know,
Well-
Shelly. I think you'll be impressed. Jamie did a really good job.
Maybe
There are some funny moments and some funny misinterpretations, but this is the next generation.
maybe the next time we can have a showdown. Ian versus
Yeah.
Jamie
Oh, yeah,
versus
train
Kelly.
off.
And then
I
one
can
of us
train
will
that
get-
dog in 4 seconds. I can
One of
train
us
it
will
in
get
3.
kicked out of the
Train
Dunbar.
that dog.
I will win.
No, I think you will all be impressed by the job that Jamie did. And it really is, as I said, I think the biggest mistake trainers make, they don't realize that the people they're teaching just
Naughty.
don't get it. What's so natural to you isn't to them. So it's good to see training through the eyes of a, dare I say it, Jamie, rank novice, and seeing you
Also,
learn on the
yes.
trot.
And also, this is good. This is going to be good for instructors, I think, and trainers, because they will see through a human's eyes. I was going to say through a student's eyes. And it is a refresher with all the candid outtakes and all of Jamie's thought process coming out right real time. You will get, I think, some tips on how to better present some of your own materials, perhaps. But it is really designed also for new puppy owners. More than for seasoned professionals. I mean, I think seasoned professionals will enjoy this, and again, maybe we'll get something out of it. But this is for puppy owners, so they don't need to see Ian training or Kelly training. They need to see, a novice training, so that they can feel that they, that they are, they're at the same level. They're learning, and warts and all learning. So.
That
Yes,
said,
thanks, Jody.
It's good to hear the public wants Ian and Kelly on camera, and we are working on it. It has been obviously a rough year to get together and get filming done, but we have some plans in the works. Shelly wanted to remind you that she is your 20-pound note friend.
Yeah, 20 quid. I know.
20
That's why
quid.
she wants to watch me.
And Jody's put her money on Kelly winning the Dunbar Showdown, and I think
The
that's
train-off.
funny.
I'm totally gonna win the trade-off. Kim wants to see Ian training in the gym.
What?
Right. I think we should each get
Instead
to
of
pick
training
one.
dogs, training in the gym. Let's see you do some personal training.
No, you
I think
don't.
How
Trust
much can
me
you
on this.
press?
Yeah.
I think we should each get to select one competition, and then it's like a triathlon type thing. So, Kelly might have us all competing for dog training, but
Yeah.
maybe for my round we're playing soccer or something.
Oh, Shelly
Yeah,
says
I mean,
we're 50 pounds now.
I mean, Kelly's forte is very, very different from mine. I mean, she does stuff that I really don't have the patience to do. I like doing the quick stuff, like teaching shush, teaching off leash, recall, where it's like, it's not there and then it is. Okay, done that. But something like teaching a dog to heel, I mean, it goes on for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there were definitely
Yeah,
a few things from doing this process that I feel like I was surprised by, despite the fact that having read all of our material and watched all our videos, there were definitely a few things I feel like I learned along the way, along this journey. Would you like to know what they are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the first one,
As long as
and the biggest one, was something I think that you both had been working on, kind of like something that I think is a classic example of something that you both probably naturally do, but I don't think that we had really put it down into words for our students. And this was how to get your puppy to settle down happily in their crate. I feel like from our material, the number one thing I would have advised in the past was, feed from chew toys. And that's, a really good way to get them comfortable. But I feel like what I did a lot based on both of your advice and the conversations we had was this notion that, like, when you put your puppy in the crate, they might not be happy about that, and they might be whining about that, and that's perfectly reasonable response for them. And so the reasonable response from you should be to calmly comfort them and to stay nearby and tell them, hey, it's okay, I'm here, you're in your crate, this is just your room, you're going to hang out there. But then the really important factor is when they do settle down and they are quiet, stepping up that level of praise. And so what I would do is, like, when she was in her crate and she was whining, I would be sitting like on the sofa nearby and say, like, hey, it's okay, like, I'm here, I know you're worried, but everything's fine. But when she lay down, she was quiet, I'd go right up to the crate and I'd stick my fingers in there and I'd be like, oh, you are being so brave now. I want you lying down. I want you being quiet. You're being so wonderful. And so you could see how, like, yes, you can comfort when they're upset, but by stepping it up when they're quiet, you can reinforce the behavior that you actually want, as opposed to if you ignore them when they're quiet and you only comfort them when they whine, you're actively training them to whine. And I feel like kind of making that so clear was really helpful. And Daisy got to be pretty good in her crate. And we'd put her in there and she'd fuss for like 5 minutes and then she'd just lie down and take her nap. And that was, that's a real game changer, I feel like, when you're trying to have a puppy. So
I think it's huge because it's a major reason why people don't classically condition. They're all about, lie down, shush, controlling the dog's behavior, but not dealing with the underlying feelings for fear that they will unintentionally reward undesirable behavior. And so the notion that you can operantly condition and classically condition simultaneously is huge. It's okay to reassure a puppy. It's okay. Just as long as when now he acts in a way you like, you reassure and reward him even more. And so you've got to have a difference, a binary difference between stimulus present, stimulus absent, or scary situation or not, and between desirable and undesirable behavior. And as long as you maintain that, and that actually comes from a big conversation Mimi and I had about Omaha. And it was putting him to bed at night. What do? Do you just let him cry it out? And Mimi says, no, of course you don't. The dog's got feelings. And I thought, I love this. Mimi cares about my dog. That's wonderful. And you must cater to the dog's feelings, but also giving it guidance, settle down, shush, good dog, and awkwardly conditioning it at the same time. So I think that is absolutely huge because people are really sterile with their feedback they give to dogs. So they're really limited with what they can teach. Good point, Jamie.
Yeah.
What was the second point?
Yeah, you said
another thing that came up was when we tried to introduce the long-term confinement zone, which, by the way, I had always kind of thought of that as being something that, like, you are using from the get-go. And I feel like in doing this and talking with you, I came to realize that really you want to avoid the long-term confinement if you can, and stick to crate training for as much as possible. And that crate training is the quickest way.
Which meaning that you don't want to necessarily use an indoor toilet in a pen if you don't have to. I still highly recommend using an inside pen for your puppy as an extended crate, more space to roam around, but you don't need to put a toilet in there if you're around to potty train. That's what you mean, yeah?
Right. Yeah. The setting up the long-term confinement area where you can leave them for multiple hours. If you can avoid that in the first few weeks, right. And that long-term confinement area has the potty. But so one of the things that we suggest is possibly using an indoor toilet with grass in it. Getting some sod from the garden store, or they actually have them you can order online. And so we tried to do that, and I thought it'd be a good idea with the puppy being in this long-term confinement area for the first time to actually supervise for the first little bit. And the puppy Daisy just went straight to this grass and just started tearing all of it out, like. And so I was like, oh, what do we do now? I tried to like redirect her to some chew toys, but the grass was just way more interesting. And right, it made me realize about how, like, for years we could say like, oh, like use some grass. Grass is great, but certainly some dogs are going to think that grass is great to pull out and not to pee on. And so right, we had to rework that. We ended up using just a litter pan with a little bit of wood chips and kind of leaf litter in it, just a little bit, some stuff that she was familiar with peeing on. And she played with the little, but it wasn't as exciting as the grass, which she could pull out. And I think that was not going to work for her. That was not going to be an acceptable long-term confinement toilet area.
Yeah, I think the
bigger message there is that training is fluid. Yeah, training is. I mean, like the device is fluid, and you have to tailor it to your exact situation. There's a template, but there's always going to be exceptions and or deviations that help an individual. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think the difficulty there is people have so many different scenarios for house training, and the whole notion of the long-term confinement area is really written for those people who've got a puppy at absolutely the wrong time, and they're going to work for 8 hours each day. I mean, what on earth are you going to do? I personally would just go crate training the whole way and make sure someone is there every hour on the hour to let this puppy out, to reward the puppy when he pees in the right place, because nothing will train a puppy to hold it more than being able to cash in its urine for food rewards. And the house training process doesn't take that long, even with very young puppies, and they're quickly now holding it for longer and longer if, back to your first point, they are settled down in the crate. If they're settled down...
Or the bed, as they get older, they don't have to have the crate all the time, but the settling skill will transfer and can transfer, as I think Karina is saying. JC is asking whether we would have just one designated toilet in the house. Well, yes, and I wouldn't have the puppy roaming free. I would only have, if this is a new puppy in a new home, you will have the indoor toilet if you need one, for the fact, because you're not going to be at home frequently enough to toilet a young puppy. Then yes, they need a pen where they can roam and stretch and potty, and they need to be in that pen, and that's where the potty should be. We're not suggesting, unless you do live in a high rise, which someone did say they do, that you have an indoor toilet that's permanent. There are situations where you would have an indoor toilet that's permanent, such as a small dog in a high rise. But designated toilet areas, whether they're indoors or outdoors, are essential, and you don't really need more than one, as long as you keep the one clean, or unless you have a giant expanse of land or a mansion or castle or something.
And for people that live in high rises, you wouldn't put grass in the toilet because the dog would consume it because he's never seen it. You'd put a slab of concrete because that's what you're going to expect him to pee on when you get in the elevator and go down,
or mulch
on the street.
Mulch.
Well, I think JC was saying she lives in an apartment on the 4th floor, but then she was planning on taking her dog out to pee on grass. There is grass outside. Oh yeah, they.
Yeah. If you're gonna walk your dog in the park and stuff, there's still little potty grass areas. It's also not a bad idea to train the dog to various substrates, and Jamie will just get into that a little bit in the series. I think you don't want your dog to necessarily only ever pee on the most lush grass they've ever seen. They need to get used to other things. But we digress. All of this will be handled and has been handled in other parts of the academy.
Yeah, but I think this is a fun opportunity for if you have questions, we're going to hang out here for a little while longer. So if you have questions, especially about puppies,
there are some questions I think that we missed. And as far as transitioning to outdoors, I don't see it as an either or situation. If you're using an indoor toilet, it should definitely be and you're planning to have a puppy that goes outdoors, you're just using it for emergencies. If you have a tiny puppy with a tiny bladder and you can't get out every hour, or overnight, they just simply can't hold it for 5 hours and you need your sleep at a time, whatever. It's more of a secondary system, of toileting than the primary. You still want to take your puppy outside. I would say 80% of the time, minimum, if you can. So it's not transitioning, it's kind of co-training. Get the puppy outside to potty outside in the appropriate substrate, in the appropriate section of your yard or wherever you want to, as soon as you safely can. Maybe you won't do that if you live in a very dense urban area when the puppy is very young and completely unvaccinated.
Or as Jody pointed out, there's a lot of places in the world where there's a lot of times of the year where you can't go outside without, bundling up. If you're in Minnesota in the dead of winter, you're not taking your puppy out to go potty out there, are you?
Yeah.
Well, yes, you are. You should be. You absolutely should be.
Really?
Aren't
they going to freeze?
Hey, I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
No, they learned. I mean, you have to do it. You scrape out a little area, you do it.
Wow.
They need to learn to go potty in the snow. If you don't want an adult dog that won't.
And they'll learn to do it quickly.
Winter.
Run outside, pee, back inside.
Inclement weather potty training is a must. Otherwise you get a problem. Anyway, so we should make the announcement one more time because there are people who tuned in late. And then, yeah.
So the exciting announcement is we're launching a new series on YouTube, the Dunbar Dog Diaries, the puppy next door, where I work with a puppy that my neighbors got back in early June. I train the puppy, and then we do feedback sessions with Ian and Kelly and review the footage and provide constructive criticism. You can watch the episodes on YouTube on our Dunbar Academy YouTube channel for free. The first one is coming out in 17 minutes. The season premiere, if you will, is happening in 17 minutes, and I'll put our Dunbar Academy YouTube channel up here so you can go and you can watch it. Every Friday we'll post a new episode for the next few months because we have already filmed all 24 episodes. So they're all in the queue ready to go. But if you want to watch them all, if you want to binge them, if you want to get access to all of the episodes as well as everything else in the Top Dog Academy, you can join the Top Dog Academy and see them all now. And you can, in fact, join the Top Dog Academy for free using a special promotion we're doing now. I'll share that link. But you get 1 month free access to the Top Dog Academy, which has all sorts of fantastic stuff in it. Basically, everything Ian's ever made. It's got all of Ian's television programs from the UK, got all of his DVDs, all of his videos, his books in ebook form, are like 6 years worth of iWolf's podcasts are all up there. Behavior
6
Blueprint.
years.
Yeah.
We did it for 6 years?
Yeah, well, also now it's got a lot that Kelly's made and Jamie's made. It seems to me like you're forcing me out. You're doing all the training.
There's room for all of us, Dad. Room for all the Dunbars.
I want to do a puppy train off. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we each have to get a puppy.
Well, no. I'm getting a puppy. Come on, Step up, guys.
I think borrow it for the competition.
I got to say, this worked out really well having my neighbors get a puppy. So I got to work with it, but then also sleep through the night. That was kind of cool.
Ian, people want to see you. What do you want to see specifically, Shelley? Let's get a request in and see if we can get Ian to do it.
I have 2 ideas.
I want to see him dancing and doing hula hoop on a bar table somewhere. Personally.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've got lots of videos.
Training. I know
editing it together. We'll have to fast track that.
Oh, I forgot to say it's a miniature schnauzer.
Jacqueline has puppies.
The co-star of A Puppy Next Door is a miniature schnauzer named Daisy, who is tiny and adorable. And I wouldn't be surprised if we revisit Daisy and work with her a little more when she gets a little barkier in adolescence, which I think we were.
She is barky when I saw her the other day.
Dancing with dogs.
I thought, we got to control that.
Hey,
As I had my head
somewhere
through the hole in your fence.
Ian, I think you should come up here to our Washington satellite location and help me train the Roddy.
Yeah,
well, maybe
I would love to. He's a wonderful beast.
maybe you should
Or
both.
I'll send him to you.
Maybe you should both meet in the middle back here in Oakland, which is the obvious meeting point where we have a camera person and an editor and a location and a good internet connection. What about that?
Okay. Ian needs to do the jolly routine. Do you have someone who can jolly? Not right now, but.
No, I'm not doing it now. I'm not up for a jolly routine now. Yeah.
You're not feeling very jolly. Someone needs to do the jolly routine for Ian.
That was, so far ahead of its time, the jolly routine. Amazing stuff. Bill Campbell. Bill Campbell was a industrial psychologist who then got fired when he was working in Japan, and he took a job with a veterinarian. And that's how he got into the whole dog behavior thing. But the notion of the jolly routine was just so far advanced in dog training, because it was a part of human psychology. But I love it. I mean, that would, I think, I would love that my legacy would be everyone does the jolly routine when they walk their dog. And I would just love to see this, like if I'm being pushed around in a wheelchair and really old, I'd like to see a guy walking down the street, heel, let's go, heel, let's go. And then he suddenly goes, ba 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 doo da doo, ba ba ba, shoo, shoo, and he starts dancing with his dog.
You know where that kind of short video clip has the potential to influence the most people worldwide?
I do.
I don't know if you've heard of TikTok.
Oh,
that seems like
yes.
just the little video, and that leads into my pitch for what I want Ian to be doing. We want to find a teenager for Ian who has a phone and a familiarity with TikTok, and the teenager and Ian can brainstorm little clips, and then the teenager can do all the filming and all the work on the phone, and Ian doesn't have to worry about the technology. What do you think? What do you think, people? Do you want to see Ian become a TikTok star?
Absolutely. I think that'd be a good use.
I think it would take off, and then people would start doing it and be happy people with their dogs instead of grouches or upset.
Oh, we have someone on TikTok, Jacqueline. But someone needs to help Ian be on TikTok. I don't know how we do this.
I don't know. 32 might cut it. Are you familiar? Have you posted any videos, Jacqueline? Or are you merely a consumer?
She's just on it. Well.
But the cool thing is, well, the only way to fill it with better dog training advice is to get out there.
Exactly. It's a good idea.
But the cool thing is, I think a lot of people, you post videos and then you kind of copy what other people have done, or you riff on what other people have done, you react. And so if you put out like a jolly routine challenge, that could be really cool. You'd see lots of people doing their own take on the jolly routine. It could go viral, as they say. So that's my one idea. My second idea for what I want Ian to be doing is armchair dog training. Doesn't that sound good? How much can you train a dog while seated in like a lazy boy? I'm envisioning, with the legs that go up and the back reclines and a cup holder. That's the vision.
Yeah, I was watching.
I want to see Ian training from a pool floaty with a cocktail in his hand.
Oh, that's like next level armchair.
I'm lost for words. Except that I was reviewing videos of dog trainers the other day, and this guy was wonderful. He did everything from a chair. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this is what people are missing out on. Before you go outside and walk your dog on the sidewalk and let the dog make a fool out of you, you train him in your kitchen and living room. He was just sitting down, training the dog, recalls, straight fronts, heel, it was really cool.
Ooh, I like the idea of hashtag jolly routine on social media and having all of you do jolly routine. But Ian, you're getting a lot of requests, so we're going to have to find you some dogs that need jollying that you can do on TikTok or YouTube or wherever.
I mean, person's what we need.
Hashtag jolly routine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
All
there's just
right, we should go. It's almost time.
just a little update. 10 minutes until the season premiere of the Dunbar Dog Diaries. Puppy Next Door. It's set to go live. It's already pre-programmed. We can't stop it now. So.
Yeah, like the video you showed on this live feed.
This one will have sound.
It will have sound. That's good. That's encouraging.
YouTube has figured out how to have
fireside chat. Fireside chat with Ian. I like that too.
Yeah. Do you have a fireplace at your current residence?
Yeah.
2 dogs at once. Oh, two dogs at once. Jamie, are we going to go through these comments later too, so we can answer people and take down good ideas? Is this going to be like? Where is this going to be? Is this going to be on? Like,
it will be on Facebook and YouTube.
These comments will.
Yeah, I think so. It's a Facebook Live. It will be interesting, actually. I don't know, because we're currently streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if, say, the Facebook comments will appear in the YouTube stream and vice versa. But I guess we can do a little research and figure that out. I'm also curious whether viewers at home think this is a fun thing, because this is actually pretty convenient for us to do. And so
we could do it while training.
Oh man, wow, that'd be real time dog training without the chance to cut anything out later.
I can start. You guys can comment.
Okay. Do it that way. Jody says,
and then Daisy can make an appearance too.
Comments will be only on the correct platform.
Okay. All right. Well, still, we'll have them though. At least we'll be able to see them, so we can read them and such. Yeah. We'll think of some other fun ideas. If people enjoyed this, we can do more. We can maybe do some real time training. I think Daisy should make an appearance at some point.
I know. I feel like
star.
When someone was like, "Bring out the puppy," I realized I definitely should have had
the puppy.
I don't know what I was thinking. I guess we'll do this again. We'll do this again.
And she literally lives behind you, right?
I was thinking about like pulling a talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back with the puppy.
Yeah. But, I don't know, Jamie. You know, puppies on TV have a great way of ruining your street cred.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I don't have street cred. That was the beauty of this new system. But it's okay if I'm bad.
But you developed it. That was the whole point of this, that you were a rank novice from a practical viewpoint, and you learned really quickly. I mean, the difference between the first 2 episodes and the next 2 is enormous. And you became yourself, and you developed some affect, and so the puppy was easy to, engage with you.
Yeah. You haven't even seen like the most.
I have not. No, I have not.
So you'll get to see.
Ian, are you going to watch the series? Are you going to binge the series, or are you going to watch it week by week?
I'm going to binge watch it.
You appeared in the beginning.
Yes, I will. I want to see how my baby boy does.
You want to get to the exciting season finale episode where we learn the puppy is really Ian in disguise.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert. There's an animatronic puppy the whole time.
I was wearing a costume the whole time.
Okay, so Jacqueline's offering to help with TikTok, but we need to get Ian on there and motivated and jollying.
Yeah, but we
thank you, Jacqueline.
Definitely appreciate some insights. I think what we need is
the top dog, Ian.
All right, so I think we need to go so that people can go watch the video.
We got time for one more puppy question if anyone's got one. But other than that, yeah.
Oh, Jamie, a puppy question at 6 minutes to go.
A quick one.
But yes, we'll do more double dog training. I've got some in the there's another little series that we've been working on that we've got a little bit of training. You do not need to train 2 dogs separately all of the time. When they're learning initially, it's I think important to let them have some one-on-one time to grasp concepts, but then part of proofing and real life training is adding in whoever, other dogs in the background, other dogs training at the same time. It's a great thing to do.
Okay, we got one question from Aaron. When is a good time to get another puppy if you have an adult dog?
That's a good question. Am I answering that question? I would say it obviously depends on your dog. Does your dog even want another dog? There's no hard, fast rule on that. But if your dog is healthy and relatively dog friendly, I think it's good to at least have 2 years between, sometimes up to 4 years between, so that you have a mature dog in the household when you get a puppy, so you don't deal with adolescent energy and an adolescent training a puppy dog, and the energy that's there. It's easier if your first dog is a little bit older. It's probably the best time to do it, but you can also do it with an older dog and bring new life into your old dog with a new puppy, up to a degree. If you have an elderly dog, maybe assess really carefully, are they physically going to be strong enough to have a puppy knocking into them? Do they even like other puppies? Things like that are the things to think about.
All right. Unless you have anything to add, Dad, I think we might sign off.
No, I would concur. I think your adult dog needs to be at least 3, preferably 4. And so he's mature and he's trained and he's been around a lot of puppies. What you don't want is a puppy coming in when your dog is 18 months to 2 years old and still an adolescent. I mean, the levels of energy would be enormous because the puppy would be, rekindling the activity all the time. So, make sure
Jacqueline, did you say you've completed the 11 hours of video?
I must have completed something else.
Emailed you between.
Oh, that'd be a lot.
Jack, if I'd say the first person who watches all the episodes gets a free Dunbar Academy beer koozie.
Wow.
How will we know? How will we know that they watched all the episodes?
I'll test them.
They have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that would be Jacqueline anyway. Yeah.
They'll have to tell me which large, loud-sounding device I find when I go out on my first puppy outing. All right.
Now we have a Tracy. I just want to say how much joy you have brought into our life. We have an 8-month-old ACD. I love ACDs. Who is affectionately nicknamed Worm. Oh, I wonder where she got that from.
Worm.
All right. We have 3 minutes.
3 minutes. So
2 minutes.
I'll just
changed.
Say one last time. You can join the Top Dog Academy and watch all the episodes for free using the link down there. And you'll get access to everything in the Top Dog Academy, which is basically Ian's brain digitized, plus a growing amount of Kelly and my brain being digitized, and added into the mix. Or if you want, you can just watch the episodes on the Dunbar Academy YouTube channel, where we'll be posting the first episode 2 minutes from now, and then we'll be 2 minutes from now, and then we will be posting new episodes every week for the next few months.
People want beer koozies, it seems. So we have them. Yes, we do have them.
Beer koozie?
Where's my beer koozie?
That's easily done. I should have one around my glass, coffee. I haven't finished my morning coffee.
You can't put it on your glass. You need a glass koozie.
We could have a coffee koozie. Keep it warm.
Oh, completed the Dunbar Academy.
Like beer koozies.
Jacqueline, I don't know how that's crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's amazing. Jacqueline said she completed the Dunbar Academy. Whoa.
Oh, Jacqueline, you are amazing.
So she's ready.
Just amazing.
She's ready for some fresh.
Okay, we'll unveil the beer cozies at the next event.
All right. Also, yes, we are still producing as we speak and about to start another really exciting project in September.
Well, I need a beer in it.
What's that?
Just
found one, but I can't show it off without a beer in it.
Yes, you can.
No, that wouldn't make sense. Wouldn't look right. It'd just be like a foam sleeve.
Just drinking beer while trying to make it more effective.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe.
Although here we go. Voila.
All right.
What is your beer cozy?
This is obviously a tall can.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. A tall can.
Yes, it is.
Guinness, but very nice, high quality materials available to whoever finishes the puppy next door first, and completes my extensive 10-part quiz. Make sure that they actually
10-part quiz, because we're not giving away that beauty easily.
No.
It could also be a kombucha koozie or a Coke koozie, soda koozie. I don't know.
Yeah. It could be a non-alcoholic beverage.
T-shirts. Aaron wants T-shirts.
Yeah. I'm actually wearing my
I said it.
serious t-shirt.
Yeah. Carol reminding us it's time. It's 11
It's time.
a.m.
It's
All
11.
right.
Okay.
We are released.
Thank you, everyone, for joining
Bye.
us.
Please, let us know what you think. Woohoo! Bye bye.
All right. And closing it down.